Have the ad blocker. Good evening, ladies, gents. Welcome to the Tombi channel and Anime After Dark, where we are about to see what could be the best ending to a season that I've ever seen in anime, of which is probably true because I've only seen a little bit of anime, but Solo Leveling Season 2. Let's get Abe in this chat as well. Let's make sure Clifton's in. So today, watching live with me is Hanayama as always. We've got Abe as always. We've got Clifton as always, and we've got Ninja as always. So make sure you check out them as well. But link for the episode that we're going to watch. I'm just going to drop it into chat for everybody. Feel free to take the next couple of minutes to make sure that you've loaded it. Definitely have your ad blocker enabled for this one because High Anime is just, Hyperbolic was just saying exactly that. It's just so infested with ads and God knows what. As soon as you open it, it's like, my good God, I just want to watch the episode, not be directed around the moon 3 times over, and then finally not got a chance of hope and hell's chance of watching anything. So, ad blocker.
Yeah, ad blocker, or just use Brave immediately and be like, okay, fuck you.
Okay, so first question to the panel. Obviously, it's just carrying on the conversation from last week. So we had a little bit of a tay-for-tay to talk about some of the predictions from today. Yes. Mine is still with the is going to resurrect, if he can do, the healer that had his head lobbed off. Because I see that's the only way he can possibly, unless he can somehow shadow or he can speed up that shadow exchange and get her out of there. The only way I can see it happening is he's able to resurrect or turn the healer into a shadow and command him to heal the lady bitch. That's the only thing I can think of. What did everybody else's thoughts and feelings from last week?
Mine was that he's going to do the ant.
Yep. Because the ant did have healing powers.
Yep. Because he bit Guy's head off.
Bit Guy's head off.
Yep.
Ninja?
Well, I actually know the answer.
Okay.
Well, I know what they did in the manhwa.
Okay.
Hello, Toasty.
Yeah. Toasty! How you doing? Hi, boys.
Yeah,
hey, what your thoughts or feelings?
Pretty much the same as you.
Okay. So the link is in chat, guys. You should have enough time to open it up. And in 2 minutes, I'll start the timer going. You'll see the timer start counting down the bottom of the screen. Just align the episode with that timer and you'll be in sync with what we're watching when we're watching it.
Indeed.
But obviously, you're just going to see it in the background. You won't hear anything. Oh, God, I've turned AI tracking on my bloody camera now. AI overlords.
But since we got a minute time, here's a question. Here's a question for you. Or basically for all of you. What are we thinking? Is the episode gonna end on quote unquote a soft ending, or are we gonna get blue balled again and then have to fucking wait?
We're gonna get blue balled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is fun because even though you and I have both read you've read the light novel and the manhwa.
Yeah, but we don't know how the studio is going to.
Yeah, but we don't know how this show's going to end. Yeah. I went through today and read chapters 104, 105, and 106 of the manhwa again. Yes. Because I figured those were going to be what it covers. And there's quite a few different ending points. They could even, depending on how fast they go, they could even go into the next chapter past that. So I legitimately don't know. I hope they end with some closure because there is a closure point where the story continues, but you're not like, it's not like he's about to hit somebody and then the story ends or something.
Yeah.
I hope it's a closure moment.
Okay, so you're predicting smooth ending and not getting blue balled.
No.
I mean, that's what I hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely think we're going to get blue balled because they already know that we're getting season 3.
I think there's likely going to be some sort of like soft equivalent of closure, and then super blue balled.
Yeah. You're gonna. I'm actually with you on that one. I think you're gonna get both. You're gonna get a closure of sorts, in as much as his power is suddenly recognized. But the thing is, he also said to the rest of them, "Do not repeat anything that you said here." Whether that's gonna actually happen or not, who knows?
Yeah.
But you need to but you need to remember, when he said that, he was about to resurrect the ants.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows that he can resurrect the dead yet.
Yeah.
So because the world has seen what he can do, the camera was rolling, but nobody knows yet that he can just resurrect basically whatever the fuck and be like, "No, you're my soldier. Now go fight."
Yeah.
So him telling the others to be like, "Do not speak about this," was solely referring to him resurrecting the fucking ants, which he did do.
It's one thing for the public to be like, okay, we got these monsters and we've got hunters, but necromancy they might not take too kindly to.
Right?
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Should we find out?
Let's do
it. So, before we find out, my prediction.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck your prediction. I want to watch the show.
No. It's just because everybody gave their prediction for the episode.
Yep.
So
what's yours, Hanayama?
So I'm predicting for the episode that we're gonna get hit with a lot of information that we then want answers to, but the episode itself ends on more like a soft ending. So we're gonna get a bunch of teasers already started, but none of them are the ending point of the episode. So I think the episode is gonna end smooth, but throughout the episode, it's like, okay, but who the fuck are you? What is this? What does this mean? We're gonna get a bunch of that shit.
So it's basically what I said.
So
what closure? Mega blue balls.
So what Hanayama's saying is that this is going to be the biggest game of edging ever, of which there is no fucking satisfaction, and there's going to be blue balls at the end.
Yeah, until next year.
Fucking wankers.
The fucking edge of the century. What the fuck?
Okay, guys, I'm going to do a countdown. I normally count down from 5 down to 0. We'll press start on the video. We'll press start on the stopwatch. And if you've aligned, you should be watching exactly the same as us.
Indeed.
Let's get to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We know what's coming.
All right. So they're not fucking around. That's good.
Fighting words immediately.
Yep. Yeah, it's the other healer.
Yep. But by the way, can we acknowledge how carefully he got placed on the ground? To not further disrespect the dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you tourist.
Interesting. Now, that's one of the few divergence I've seen. I have links for it. We can take a look at it after this. But
2 seconds, guys. Obviously, it skipped over the intro. So I'm just going to align. I'm just going to wait until the timer's caught up. Okay, so for anybody that also had the intro skip, you should be at basically 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm just going to let the timer catch up with us, and then I'm going to press play on the video, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so while the intro is running, Ninja, that's actually not a deviation. The manhwa did it differently than the light novel did it, because that's how it happened.
Oh, okay. So, and the manhwa that I watched, or I read, he fails to summon him twice.
Yep.
And then he basically has to kind of ask really nicely.
Yep.
For that to work.
So, and if they go the light novel round, completely,
15 seconds.
Yep, they will explain what happened.
10 seconds.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. Back aligned, guys. Said a Japanese hunter then.
Yeah, because
that's not right.
Yes, no, it is and it's not. Hanayama uploads the Japanese translation of the episode.
Ah.
Because if you listen to certain names, the name that they say does not match with the names of the subtitles because it's the Japanese dubbing for the episode.
Oh, he just explained why he's done it.
Yep. And that is what happened in the light novel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they changed it in the manhwa only basically for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Rest in peace, buddy.
I'm not crying, you are.
Who's chopping onions?
Some fucking
Bastards.
ninja snuck in. Bastards. Cutting onions without seeing.
Lol. Meh. Suck a dick.
Yeah.
That mountain looked awesome with the red crawling all over it.
Yeah.
There we go. Solo leveling for real.
Yep.
That shows how strong he's become. He had that, and he didn't even need to use it against the ant general.
Oh, it's insane.
There you go. Level up your thralls.
Ooh.
Well, he gains experience when they kill too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Level 100. What the fuck? Oh. Hello.
Oh.
Oh, mate. Fuck. It's amazing. No. Oh. Mate, that's fucking amazing.
Shut up and take my money.
The fuck?
Damn.
What the fuck?
Nice.
In the back.
Holy shit.
Fucking modem decided now would be a good time to restart.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Crap.
Yeah, who the fuck are these two?
Ah. Interesting.
Yep.
What the fuck? Oh.
Yeah. And look who's standing there.
Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about it. That's a big fuck off.
It's like, yeah.
How you doing, Daily?
It's like, yeah, I've had enough of you. Shut the fuck up. Just hangs up. Imagine us being stuck in traffic because of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, great, it's a fucking... And then it's a B rank gate as well. It's like, yeah.
And then he just turns up.
Yeah, that's not the issue, but it's like, okay. It's like, yeah, but we still need other people. No, we don't.
Right?
Do you not know who I am?
Oh no!
And it immediately turns into a red gate, because of course it does. But I find his reaction funny. It's like, bro, why always me? What did I do?
Oh, fuck off!
Now they're just fucking. Now they're just fucking showing off for no reason. Now they're just flexing.
Yeah, he's just like, you sure you want to fight?
And of course, he immediately activates the fucking domain of the monarch, and it's like,
Yeah.
Buffed minions, bitch. It's like, god damn it. And of course, the fucking OST in the background.
Oh, hello.
And it will be curious to see if they show it, because if they show a specific panel that I have in my head, you get a good glimpse of how big his army currently is. If they show it.
Wankers.
Yeah, of course. At this point, they're just flexing for no reason.
Yeah.
They are just showing off for like literally no reason.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
Fuck.
It's like, yeah, boy.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, boy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing this now.
Right. Okay. So, correct in our assumptions that he was gonna resurrect the healer with the missing head. Resurrect. I wasn't expecting him to put him back to bed straight after, but it actually makes sense. So it was the respectful thing to do. Basically, just use his powers, and unlike obviously the manhwa, he explains that the hunter had actually told him to use his powers. So he basically had permission at that point in time, and he understood that after it was going to let him rest in peace, which was absolute chef's kiss, perfect, brought him back.
Yeah, because that's a detail, by the way, that is missing from the manhwa 2, I believe. Ninja, you can correct me. Because in season 1, they mention when he does the job change quest that he can hear the screaming of the corpses, but they never really played into it. That no, he can actually hear them. Like he can hear the souls of the dead because he is a necromancer. And in the light novel, we make reference to it that no, Hunter Min Byung-gu actually spoke to him and be like, she can't die. One death is enough. And then he resurrects him.
See, there's one element as well that I think we were all correct on, in as much as we were going to have this soft kind of like conclusion. Where the soft conclusion was him starting up his own guild. That was essentially the conclusion. And then it became the blue balling with him obviously going into the next gate. And then obviously Hunter's got to hunt at the end of the day.
I don't necessarily think the going into the gate there at the end was the blue balling. I think all the characters who were introduced were like, who the fuck are they? What the fuck are they doing? Yeah.
I mean, certainly you've got the two characters that turned up right at the end. The one that went through the blue portal, one went through the red portal. The guy who's overlooking them whilst they disappeared off.
That's Jinwoo's dad. We met him already.
Yeah, correct. That's Jinwoo's dad.
And the guy on the ship.
One thing that they should have done is they should have put Chinese flags on the ship. Because in the thing they make it clear whenever you see him
that he is the Chinese national hunter.
Yeah. So them not putting that on there, and the only way you would have is his clothes to
and the swords he uses,
and the sword, the types of weapons he used. But yeah, those were Chinese ships. Or have them speak Chinese for half a second, like they do in a lot of anime, where they'll have them speak a different language just so you understand, and then go straight to Japanese.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, even in the light novel, they don't mention his name until later. So that would be early season 3, because when he shows up, so we know all of the Korean hunters. And we know that the strongest hunter in Japan is dead. And he got introduced as our nation's hero, which is the other nation that is closest to Jeju that would come over. It's only China left. So but like his name drop is in the next arc, even in the light novel. So the manhwa just introduced him for a bit quicker to be like, just in case anybody is confused, yes, that's the Chinese guy.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense. But I tell you what, solid ending, season-wise. So I thought season 1 was superb. And I would have easily said 9 out of 10 in terms of the actual season. This season easily eclipses it, 9.5. I'd even get it close to a 10.
Is there a way for me to share my screen, Tombi?
Yeah. Down the bottom, you should have some icons. The 4th icon along should be the share screen icon.
Okay. Is it going to give me an option of what screen to share?
Yep.
Okay. Here you go.
And then I'll pop it up on screen.
All right. I can make that a little bigger. There you go. So this is what it shows for this in the manhwa. Whenever it zooms into the ships, it tells you that it's the Sea
of China.
Okay.
But you know, it's not a big complaint. But it just, you know, they don't, and you can see it's very much exactly panel for panel.
Yeah.
On the anime, this has got to be the most like faithful adaptation.
Yeah, but again, like even here, the manhwa introduces him quicker to be like the de facto Chinese hunter, because in the light novel, and the light novel story is mostly what they're adapting in terms of story beats. In the light novel, even his name gets dropped in the next arc that would be in season 3 when he actually gets introduced to Sung Jin-woo.
You're a grumpy Asian, mate.
So the manhwa here basically is like, no, in terms, and like, just in case anybody is confused, no, those are the Chinese hunters. So they just introduce him quicker by name.
Yeah. Okay.
I will. Oh, my camera's decided to have a shit.
So like, because between the light novel and the manhwa, there are not like huge differences, but there are some, like, they are negligible at best, but there are smaller, like with the resurrection of Hunter Min Byung-gu in the light novel, as well as we have seen, he asked to be resurrected to heal Hunter Cha. And in the manhwa, it's depicted as, no, it's Jinwoo's decision to resurrect him, and he even resists the resurrection twice, which was only added for dramatic effect because the chapter was about to end.
Yeah,
it's like, ooh, dicties for the next week's chapter. Will he or won't he? It's like the result is the same.
Yeah, I mean the thing is the end goal was the same, whereas the requirement was they needed a healer there and then that had a sufficient skill to actually at least let us survive to get to the hospital. And the only option is he didn't have his shadow extraction, would have taken time to build up, so they didn't have time for that. His potions and elixirs were not working, so the only option was to resurrect him, use his powers. So we always knew that was probably going to be the solution. I mean, yes, there was also the ant side of the flip side of the card, but it made more sense logically for him to res the hunter rather than the ant.
Yeah, but like, point. And then again, you get into the thing where Hunter Min Byung-gu specifically was like, no, use my powers, I can heal her. Yeah. And this is also why both in the light novel and here, he didn't resist the attempt of resurrection like he did in the webcomic. Because in the webcomic, it's literally just for dramatic effect that the extraction fails twice to build drama. Be like, okay, will this be just like with the Ice Elf, where even the third attempt fails? And if it fails, then what?
Yeah.
But he had specifically, no, shit's going down. You need a healer. I'm a healer. Just fucking resurrect me. I will heal her.
Yeah. And the thing is that he raised him up, healed the wounds, and then let him rest in peace, which was precisely. And the thing is that there's this thing with power, and they always say absolute power corrupts absolutely. And there is obviously always the risk that someone becomes so powerful he just says, no, fuck you. I'm not going to listen to what you say or anything. But it's good to see that Jinru's morality is still there.
Yep.
Or his human. Well, is it morality? No, it's less morality. It's more humanity.
Yeah.
He actually understands that he didn't want to be in the wars in the first place. He didn't want to be there, but he wanted to do good, and you could see that because he didn't even get asked to heal. He just immediately did it. He brought him, he resurrected him, and he just cracked on with it. Wasn't ordered to do so, and as such, you kind of like you see the type of person that obviously the hunter was.
Well, I think if you start out weak and then you become strong, you appreciate the weakness of others.
This, I mean, that's the Steve Rogers arc. That's the Captain America arc.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because those that have never had power understand what it's like to be the weak man, whereas those that have always been powerful have got no control over it, don't know anything different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm fucking gutted that it's over. I'm like, motherfuckers, why can't they just spend a couple of years, make all the episodes start to finish, and then just do that instead? Just blue ball me for a couple of. Just blue ball me every week.
Yep.
Bleach did that. Bleach went off the air for 10 years.
Did it?
Yeah.
Really?
So Bleach episode 368, and then between I know the episode number. Fuck you.
Yeah.
because of course I know.
Of course.
And then Bleach: The 1,000-Year Blood War episode 1 are 10 years, 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, and 6 hours apart.
Fuck's sake.
And yes, I know that timestamp. Fuck you.
Jesus. Absolutely phenomenal.
And the final part of Bleach airs this year, and then Bleach is officially over, until we finally get the fucking Hell arc, if that ever comes to fruition.
So
I don't think it will.
I guess the question now we have to ask ourselves, what are we going to watch next week?
We got a bunch of options. We got a bunch of options. Like, we have so many options.
Thousands, literally. And Hanayama's already seen all of them.
I cannot see what has not aired yet. Yeah?
Yep.
I'm
not great. Welcome to Watching Guys Watching Stuff. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about. Gushing over anime. Because we all love to gush. Moist.
Yeah, because so if you want to watch something that we would need to do no homework for, like absolutely no homework.
Yep.
Then we have Lazarus starts next week. From Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman starts next week, and My Hero Academia Vigilante starts next week.
Cool. Sounds a plan. So what we'll do, guys, so we're going to be wrapping it up in a second. We're going to make some plans for what we're going to do from next week. So yes, excellent episode. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this season. Absolutely phenomenal. And thank you, as always, Hanayama, Ninja, Abe, Clifton, for joining me this evening. Now, I'm probably going to throw up another stream in a little bit and play some more games. But Hanayama, got anything coming up that you want to announce to anybody watching?
Most likely. That depends if Paul Hadouken and the boys are playing Warframe tomorrow, because if yes, there is a very real possibility that I will just simply invade their stream again and be like, let's go, boys! Kill some bitches.
Happy days.
Outside of that, obviously next Wednesday, Hump Day. And then next week, Saturday, whatever it is we got to watch, be back here.
Happy days. Hyperbolic, anything coming up? Anything you want to announce?
Yeah, as far as videos go, I'm taking a short break from making actual videos. I need to get more, inspiration. But I do live stream most nights. I haven't felt good the last couple of days, so I've taken a couple of days off. But most nights, starting around 8 p.m., sometimes earlier, sometimes a little later, and that specific standard time, I stream video games. Currently, I'm doing Hollow Knight, my first playthrough of that game. And I'm going to be trying to wrangle the Kai Games, who does the Dragon Ball Super Abridged, into doing a talk about solo leveling here soon. I got to sort that out when. I just got to lock him down. But
yep,
I got him to watch it, and he loved. He really enjoyed the show. Which, believe it or not, for a channel that focuses on remaking an anime into a different thing, he doesn't watch that much anime.
Boo!
Yeah.
Gray over on Rumble. Just says Rumble.
All right.
Rumble.
Hey, everybody, Rumble.
Cool. Clifton, what you got coming up? Anything you're going to be? Anything you want to announce?
Tired. I'm going to be in bed here pretty soon. On Monday, I started last week to do a Mashup Monday. I talk about a few topics, whatever's going on in the entertainment industry, just, gossip, whatever. maybe a few trailers and stuff. But other than that, I'm free. I do have to check if I have Bloodborne, the game.
Yep.
Because I was told to play that or Elden Ring. My chat hates me.
Apparently so.
Yes. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm gonna see if I can do something with that. But other than that, I'm no idea. My brain is mush.
Cool. You'll have to do,
There you go.
you'll have to follow the ninja approach and do sit-ups, push-ups for every death.
I've started doing shoulder presses now too.
You'll be jacked in no time. Be like
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
I now I need the room.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same. There's not much room for me to do
Whoa.
squat thrusts.
Hold on. I'm in a closet underneath the stairs. Y'all can't talk to me about room.
That's about the size of my apartment, and there's a kitchen missing in your closet right there.
You're in the closet, you say?
Yes,
He's
I'm in a
coming out of
rainbow
the closet in 5
I'm-
minutes.
I'm staying in the closet forever. I like it here. It's comfortable. I know, it's okay.
B-Roll says, congrats on 2K. Thank you very much indeed. It's much
Oh
appreciated.
yeah, congratulations on 2K, man.
That is
Mate, I don't know what's going on because there's been another like freaking 5 subs in the course of the last freaking hour. It's just insane.
Yeah.
But it comes to, I can't remember who said it. It was one of the bigger channels, and they basically turned around and said, once you get to a certain number, it just carries on doing it. It just keeps on going. So it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's literally getting the ball rolling, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have been at 282 subscribers 6 times in the last 3 weeks. I get to that number and then it'll drop down 4 or 5 subs, and then I'll get back to that number and then it'll drop down 4 or 5 subs, and I'm like, motherfucker, just let me get to 300 already.
Well, Sunday Spotlight is tomorrow, so we'll push for that
Yeah.
300. Let's see if we can get it.
Yeah.
But Abe, before we go, Abe, what you got coming up? Where you going to be? Anywhere you got announced? Go.
Well, I'd normally be on Screaming Into the Void around about now, but Sam's shitternet has died again, so I don't think that's going ahead. But then otherwise, I'll be on your channel Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for gaming and talking a right load of bollocks.
And we're good at it.
We are skilled, my man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seasoned professionals. And then you'll see me back on Beelzebub on Saturday, and then I'll be back here, and then hopefully Sam's internet will have recovered by this time next week.
Fingers crossed. No, but it's honestly, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. With me, I'm going to carry on some gaming pretty soon. Tomorrow, Sunday Spotlight. Obviously, the clocks change tomorrow, so we'll be back to 5 hours difference between GMT and Eastern Standard Time. So just pay attention to the timings wise. But anything that I announce will have both times available to it. But some gaming, Sunday Spotlight tomorrow, some Final Fantasy as well tomorrow. But until then, guys, I'm going to forward you back, I think, to Smooth the DJ, who's still going on with his charity stream where he's raising funds for his next PC. I'm going to quickly just make sure I've selected it. Yep, it's already selected. And until then, guys, thank you very much indeed. And we will catch you next week on Anime After Dark. Until then, bye for now.
Indeed.
So also ignore that date because the freaking outro is completely wrong. I didn't get a chance to change it. Back next week.